City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I just got these Jordan What the 5s scheduled to release November 12th. So you already know I'm here to provide that close detail review. Now these are supposed to be a combination of Raging Bull 5s, Tokyo 5s, Quai54 5s, Bel Air 5s, Shanghai 5s, Laser 5s, Green Bean 5s, and Olive 5s. That's a lot of 5s. But I'm going to take a close look at these individually, and then I'm going to compare them to the pairs that they were influenced by. Here we are. Got the good suede. Really good suede. See, this just gets me excited for that Raging Bull 5 retro we supposed to get next year. Because they make that suede like this, that was going to be trouble. But these are trouble. Yeah. Yeah, the quality on these is nuts. Wow. Treat my sneakers like my money, I just wanna stack them. The big homie with the kicks, man, y'all just started trapping. A couple pair that I don't wear cause I don't wanna crack them. I'm still flyer than most at some of my worst days. With no effort. Yeah, I ain't even gotta try to be flea. I got these 9s for my 24th birthday. But why those? Cause now I can say I've been 23. The way I flex on Instagram's the way I flex in person. I pull up in some kicks you probably never seen in person. This is a business and I love it, so I'm always working. I cop and flip a lot of pairs if the price is worth it. They wouldn't let me in the club with my charcoal. That's the reason that I never go to barcode. I come with numbers on me, I'm just like a barcode. I'm hitting sneaker con and leaving with a carload. On my day ones, I'm still rocking with the same guys. Got the shirt specifically to wear it with the Quai54s. I could rock a bright fit or I could be a plain guy. Millions on my babe shorts, matching with the Shanghai. Bitches know I get the bread, that just make them interested. Yeah, I got these Yeezys, but I'd rather wear my infrared. I like to own pairs where the quantity is limited. Off-white Jordan 1s, I just call them interbreds. I got all the Jordans, I got all the Jordans. I caught my mama a pair of 8s, now we got matching Jordans. And you're mistaken if you think that all I got is Jordans. Alright, time for some comparisons. So I want to start off by saying this left shoe is really on point with the Raging Bull 5's upper. Now obviously with the Raging Bull 5s being an 11-year-old shoe, there's no surprise that the suede on this pair is a little bit faded. If you can manage to see past the fact that these are faded, this is like the same color red. I mean, if I get in there close, it's the same color red. And the feel is really similar. Like, it's almost like identical. So, I'd say they did a great job redoing this Raging Bull red suede. So, the sole on this left shoe was actually inspired by the Quai54 5s. I'm not sure if they intended for it to be the white pair or the black pair, since the sole on them is actually the same. But either way, whichever pair you look at it next to, I mean, I could even put, like if I put this one here, the white pair and the What the 5s are the same size, so they might line up a little better. Even if I put the black pair that is a little bit bigger, I mean, everything other than the fact that this is a little yellow right here, all this and everything is, you know, on point. They got the green bubble. These have a, looks like a white bubble, but yeah. Sole's gonna look different just because these are dead stock and completely unyellowed, and both of my Quai54s have been worn plenty of times because I really like them. So soles are yellow, more on the black pair than the white pair, but yeah, you guys get the point. So the sock liner on this left shoe is obviously inspired by the Bel Air 5s. But the real question is, which pair? Now, just at a first glance, I really want to say that they were inspired by the 2020 pair.
just because they look a little bit more like the sock liner on the 2020 pair. But when you think about it, all of the pairs that the What the Fives were influenced by are pairs that released between the years 2006 and 2013. It just seems like they chose pairs in that 7-year span. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it just seems odd that every pair that they used was released between the years of 06 and 13. And then you come out of nowhere and add a pair that just released this year. I don't know. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but it just seems more likely that they would have used the original Bel Air 5s. Also, because the way these are getting slept on, I don't see them putting a pair like that on a, combination shoe like this. But you never know. If y'all have an opinion, let me know in the comments which Bel Air 5 you think influenced this sock line. So this little logo that they have here on the side comes from the Shanghai 5s. I just think it's crazy that that's the only thing that they took from the Shanghais for the What the Fives. Like, they ain't even give them a lace lock or nothing. So although this tongue on the left shoe looks like it may have been inspired by the K54's tongue, it's actually not. I know they look very similar, but this is actually the Green Bean 5's tongue. If you look on this, let me turn these around actually. If you look on this side, you see how this other side is black and this is green. That's really like the main difference. I mean, you can see that the tongue is more reflective on the What the Fives or the Green Bean 5s than the K54s. But the big difference is that other side where this is green and this is black. Unfortunately, I don't own the Green Bean 5s, but that's what influences tongue. Alright, now here's the right shoe next to their biggest inspiration, the Tokyo 5s. These are kind of the same deal as the Raging Bull 5s with the left shoe. The color isn't exactly the same. The Tokyos are a little lighter than the What the Fives, but the feel to it, very, very, very similar. It's like exactly the same. The midsole on these comes from the Bel Air 5s. You can actually say it comes from both because both Bel Air 5s had the same sole. The sock liner comes from the Orange Laser 5s. And this tongue comes from the Olive 5s. This also is kind of like the same situation as the Green Beans and the K54s. You kind of want to think that this is the Laser 5's tongue, but it's really not. When I first heard that they were making What the Fives, I had a strong feeling that I wasn't going to like them. Just because I have never liked a pair of What the sneakers before. And I just felt like they was going to take a bunch of shoes that I already liked individually and put them all together, and it was just going to look like a bunch of hot trash. Kind of like they did with the What the 4s. I mean, I love black cement 4s. I love military blue 4s. I love fire red 4s. I'm not the biggest fan of white cement 4s, but those are pretty cool too. But when they put them all together, it was not it. And I just had a feeling What the Five was going to be the same vibe. When I first saw pictures of them, I was kind of feeling them, but I just had that feeling because I didn't like any pair of What the sneakers that I was going to end up not liking them. But turns out that these are pretty fire. It's honestly this red shoe that really excites me. Releasing this as a pair would have been crazy. I feel like at this point, I don't even have to tell y'all that a pair like this is going to sell out fast, but I do have some mixed feelings on how reselling these will be. Normally, I'd say a pair like this is a go for resellers, but the way Jordan 5's been getting disrespected this year, I don't know. They dropped a lot of Jordan 5s this year. A lot of good Jordan 5s too. And the only pair that's really doing well, resale-wise, is the Off-White 5s. And the Off-White hype is through the roof. And, that's a whole different conversation. But when I see alternate grapes selling for like $220, Bel Air 5s is selling for retail, Oregon 5s is selling for like $20, $25 over retail, like, this is crazy, and if y'all don't like 5s, I ain't tripping. As long as, like I said, as long as I got my pairs, I don't care. But when it comes to reselling, I always second guess the 5s now because I don't want to pay $200 for a pair and, go through the hustle and bustle of posting them places and meeting up with people to make $10, $20. At that point, it's not worth it. These are not going to be $10 and $20 over retail. They're not. But what I'm saying is, if those other pairs are getting overlooked and underestimated, I feel like these might get the same treatment. But we'll see. I'm saying this with caution, but I think after these sell out, they'll probably be reselling for around $300. I really want to say like $320, $350, but I'm pretty traumatized from some of those other Jordan 5 releases from this year, so we'll see. Now, despite me having my doubts about them because they're Jordan 5s, this is a good investment shoe. This is a good shoe to hold on to. If What the 4s can jump $100 in resale value in the matter of a year, I think these will do at least something. But good luck to everybody on the 12th. If you're trying to cop a pair of these, I hope you're successful. If this video was helpful at all, please do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more early reviews and other sneaker related content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn all my video notifications on so you don't miss anything. I'll be dropping another video on Friday with some cool information in it that I think all of you will be interested in. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.